Hi. Today we are learning about the age of the Earth and the layers of the Earth. So the first thing that I want to show you when we look at layers of the Earth is to understand what is the oldest and what is the newest. I don't know if you've ever seen the side of a mountain kind of carved, and you can look at the side of a mountain, you can see there kind of seems to be layers happening. So what we want to understand is that this bottom layer here, like layer A, would have been the oldest rock, the oldest thing that happened. Then layer B would have come next. Layer C would have been deposited on top of that. And layer D would be the newest thing that happened. So when you look at this one, we again can understand that this bottom layer down here was older than this top layer up here. We can also see something else. Something happened to disrupt it. It wasn't just deposited. It was deposited and then it was slanted up. And we could guess. What would you guess? Maybe a volcano that pushed it up? Now, when you look at this, and I'm going to show you an original picture or a real photo of how this happened. But again, we got to think through it. Layer E was oldest, C next, B next, and then the newest thing that happened was A. But what we can see from this is there was a maybe volcanic rock that came up from the center of the earth or from down deep somewhere and solidified all the way through layer E, C, B, but then maybe this volcano happened before layer A was deposited because there's no sign that this volcanic lava came up during the time of layer A. Does that make sense? So this is the picture that I wanted to show you. This is a graphic of what the photo actually shows. So down here we have mudstone, just like we have here. Then we've got a layer of sandstone. Then we have a layer of shale. And then we have this surface of the earth. So this shows a basalt dike, which is this part that comes up right here, which we can assume maybe was volcanic activity that came up right through the layers of the earth, but did not go all the way through to the top. That this layer was deposited, the surface of the earth was deposited after the basalt dike. When we look at the layers of the earth, there are different things that can cause disruptions in the layers. This one maybe from wind, maybe from water. This again, you can see the different layers of the earth here, and you see that some disruption happened here. Most likely, we're thinking either earthquake, water, or volcano tends to make the layers of the disruptions in the layers of the earth. So all this is for us to understand the history of the earth, for us to kind of guess and be curious about what may have happened before our time. And there are many clues that we look at in science to see what happened before our time. But the first thing that we're teaching is looking at the layers of the earth. In our next video, we'll talk about fossils and dinosaurs.